Hi guys, how are you all doing? Welcome back again to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for clicking to watch this video. I hope you get value out of it and don't make it your last time. Subscribe to the channel. Also turn on your notification bell so that you get notified whenever I upload new videos. On this channel, I share my life experiences on issues pertaining to faith, lifestyle, social work, living abroad, and a lot of good stuff in between. You will really love it here. And to all my amazing returning subscribers, I love you guys so much. Thanks for always coming back. So guys, today you can see I'm not alone. I have a wonderful and amazing person. She's not just a guest. I know she's a guest, but she's just wonderful. And I'm so glad to have her here, okay? This is a much requested video. And I'm sorry it took this long for this video to be published. But finally, you are watching it. And believe me, you will enjoy it. So like the video already in case you've not done that. And feel free to share this video with as many people you think might benefit from it. So both of us are here to talk about registering with Social Work England as an international applicant. Probably you are in the UK, you are outside of the UK, you wish to register with Social Work England, which is a prerequisite before you can actually practice as a social worker in England. Okay, so she's here to tell us she's someone that has done it, and I'm glad she's willing to share her experience so that a lot of people will benefit from her. Okay, so without much ado, I'll come to her to give us a brief introduction of herself and we'll get started. So, yeah, you have the floor. Please tell us about you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you. Intentional favor. I'm glad to be here. Sorry it took so long.
I know.
My name is Turayo. I'm a social worker in children's services.
Okay.
I live in the UK now. Thank God. With my family, I'm married with 2 boys. And I'm a child of God.
Good, very important. Thank you so much. Yeah. So guys, like I said, we are here to talk about registering with Social Work England as an international applicant. Okay, you know, if you studied in the UK, if someone like me, I did my master's in the UK in social work, so it was straightforward. It's not, it's just straightforward. But for people who probably studied social work abroad, you know, in maybe anywhere you studied it, maybe some people have even been practicing in their home country, they now wish to register before they can actually look for a job. That's what we are here to discuss, okay? So Turayo, I'll just ask from your experience, so can you just run us through the process of applying, the process of the application to Social Work England as an international applicant?
Yeah, it's quite a process. First thing first, I'll say you need to get your documents ready. I believe that's the first thing you need to do. You need to go do your research, get the documents needed, and create an application. When you create an application, it takes some time for them to respond to you, you know, scrutinize your documents, you pay a scrutiny fee, they'll get to your where you studied social work, where you qualified as a social worker. If you've practiced as a social worker anywhere in the world, they'll speak to your previous employers. You know, it takes some process, then they'll get back to you and let you know if you've qualified to join the register, the Social Work England register. Yeah. Or you need to do like a 3 months, say, trial period in the UK, which is hardly the case really. So, and then you can pay the annual fee and join the body, and that's it. So you get your registration number, which you can then now use to apply for social work.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you mentioned something very important, which is gathering the documents. So what documents do we really need to do all this?
To fast track the process, because it takes some time, like I said, you need to get your documents ready. Out of all the documents that I'll be listing, which I got from the Social Work England website, the one I feel might take some time for I can speak for Nigeria. Some Nigerians is the IELTS. So you need to pass IELTS academic, and you need to get at least a band 7. In my experience, and like people that I know that have tried to join the register, that seems to be the most challenging part. And if IELTS is a walk in the park for you, for some people, then
yeah,
it's not just know that you're already part of Social Work England. So
wow,
yeah, so there's some documents. Of course, I'll be reading from their website. So you need to have your own personal email address, which one you use to create an online account. You need your passport, your international passport as a means of identification. You need to evidence knowledge of English. That would be your IELTS. You need to evidence your social work qualification. That is where you qualified as a social worker, as either bachelor's degree or a master's degree in social work is acceptable. So you need to have that as a document and show proof of it. I went ahead to, go to the court and, do like
affidavit?
No, not affidavit, like true copy, certified true copy, sorry.
Okay, yeah, true copy, yeah,
certified true copy to show that this is a true copy of my certificate, yes. And evidence, training and development experience, that is if you have worked. And like when I registered, it was I didn't have to really show evidence that I've worked for over 2 years. But now, if you've worked for more than 2 years, like you qualified above 2 years, you really have to show
that you've been working.
And what you have been doing and how you have been improving yourself while you've been working. So you need to show that.
The work story has to be social work related, not that
you have to have been practicing as a social worker, in the community, in the hospital. If you study social work, the different places social workers can work. Yes, in the ministry, anywhere really, in the NGO community.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, just to evidence that you have been developing yourself professionally, you have been practicing, you have been developing yourself, attending conferences and stuff like that. So you need to show details of your current and previous social work employers. So if you've been practicing, you need to show proof of that. You need to provide professional email address of your course provider. So where you studied, that would be like your course advisor in school or your head of department. You need to show their professional email address. It will have the schools at the school. You need to show details of your previous or current regulator. For Nigeria, it is NASO. If you're living in Nigeria, is NASO or AMSWON. People use AMSWON, that is Association of Social Workers in Nigeria. So you need to show details of that. That's okay. You are coming from a regulated country, because we know social work in England is highly regulated, which is why you have to join Social Work England. So you're coming from a regulated body where you've been practicing. You need to show proof of that. Details of any convictions, cautions, penalty notice, and criminal investigations. This is necessary for social workers to see if you have any records. Details of any health conditions you may have that might hinder your practice. So you don't have to declare something that will not hinder you practicing. Yes. So if it's something that has to do with motion or you seeing, in as much as we don't want to discriminate, you do have to declare. And yes, so details of any occasion when your fitness to practice has been found to be impaired by any regulatory body. So that's like if you're not fit to practice, maybe something happened, you got deregistered in your country, you need to show that. Details of any occasion when you have been barred from working with children or vulnerable adults. We know social workers work with children, so you need to declare if anything has happened in the past, just to let them know, and they'll decide whether or not you can be on the register. So it's pretty straightforward. Like I said, it's just the IELTS. These are documents that you should already have if you've studied as a social worker. So
Yeah.
yeah, you can go ahead and get your other documents that you do not have.
Yeah. So thank you for that. So for the proof of the certificate, like the education. Okay. So is it a certificate or transcript? Is there anyone, can a certificate go? Can a transcript go? Because if talking from my experience as a Nigerian, I know that that's another important thing, that depending on what it is, if you've not gotten and if it's transcript or this thing, and sometimes it can take long. Some places it's straightforward. So which one is acceptable? Is it certificate or transcript or both?
I think both. I used both. I remember I used both. You have to, like I said, get all your documents. Depending on the school where you studied, it might take some process. You said the certificate, bachelor's degree or master's degree, is very important. You can't use any other document to replace that. You can't use statement of results. You can't do any other document. You have to have that certificate. And of course, your transcript to show that, okay, these are the courses I studied. You will still feel it. Okay, so let me go ahead to explain. Can I?
Yeah, go on. Yeah, sure.
When you create an account, so when you have all these documents, you go ahead, create an account, fill the form, pay the scrutiny fee, and submit. You would get a response to fill some forms. So there's a course description form which would have to be stamped by your university. So this is where you describe all the courses you've done, social work courses, and then is it credit now? Is it
the
unit? Sorry, how many hours you studied? And we know for social workers, practicum is important. You have to have 200 hours or more of practicum. Then you say where you did your practicum or field practice.
Yeah, some people call it that.
Yes. So it's practicum in Nigeria where I studied. So you say how many hours, where you did it. You describe in details.
Yeah.
Stamp it in your university and submit. There's another document, you will get a response. You have to fill what you have been doing. If you've qualified over 2 years before trying to apply to join the register. So you have to show in details what you've been doing, how you have been developing yourself as a professional. And of course, you put the details of your course, your supervisor, who has been supervising you while you have been doing these things, and they would double check. I believe those are the two main documents you have to. Those ones, without those ones, you wouldn't know. You won't be able to proceed. Yes.
Okay. So from your experience, how long does this take? Like from your experience and probably experience of other people, because it might not be the same, but roughly, how long does it take?
Oh, it's hard to say. When I tried to join, it took me about 2 to 3 months.
Okay.
From when
bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad at all. But from when I created the account, when you create the account, someone will be assigned to you. I can't remember what they call it. An advisor would be assigned to you to communicate with you. A profile will be created on your account where you can, go back and forth and communicate with the person if there are any outstanding documents. So from when I created the account, so when I got a response that, okay, you can now pay the annual fee, was 2 months, 2.5 months.
Yeah.
They take some time, but nowadays, with a lot of people trying to join the register, it's taking longer depending on your situation. So I know some people have been trying to join for about 6 months.
Wow.
Yes, it can take that long. So that's why I said if you have all these documents, you will really shorten the time
Yeah.
to take. Yes. So everything they might need, you just respond.
Yeah, with it. Yeah. I think that's a good thing that someone is watching this video, because you just know that, okay, these are the things they might ask you for. These are the things. So that way, for instance, with the course description that still needs your university stamp, it might be worth having a lecturer who is willing to do that for you
Do
at
that
any
for
time.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
build the relationships, everything that you might need. Yeah. So I
Very
think
important.
definitely, yeah,
Very
that's
important. In my case, I've been communicating with my lecturers. I didn't even have to go to my school at all. My lecturer was good enough to help me, print out documents and stamp it and scan it back.
wow.
That's because I've been communicating
Yeah.
before. So yeah, so it's worth trying to, reconnect back to your lecturers if you have any intentions.
Yeah, very, yeah, of course. You can just, yeah,
Yes,
that's a
very
good thing.
important.
Yeah, thank you for that. Okay, so I think I'm going to ask if you faced any challenges, because the way you are saying it is as if it was so smooth. Do this, and you were just doing it. Did you face any challenges at all? If you did, just share
Of
with
course
us
I
so that
did.
someone will not feel out of place that, oh, she did it so smooth. Why is my own going this way?
Of course I did. I faced some challenges. I don't want to say a lot of challenges because I don't know what other challenges some other person might be facing.
Yeah.
But the good thing is that I've forgotten about my challenges. But I did face some challenges. Trying to do. I told you I did certified true copy.
Oh yeah.
I certified true copy, proof of address. I went ahead to do that in the court, proof that my certificate. And Nigeria, I lived in Lagos. I had to pay my way through some of these things, pay here, pay there, trying to get my transcripts. I had to pay, what else did I have to pay for? So all these things, sometimes it can be discouraging because I actually set it as a goal. I didn't know it was achievable as when I started.
Wow.
It's a good thing you are doing this because knowledge,
It's power.
knowledge is power, and we don't have so much knowledge around this
Yeah.
in Nigeria. I would say a lot of African countries, their social workers are here. There are a lot more Black social workers here than Nigerians. I would say probably because they have a community of social workers that that they communicate with. The student social workers are aspiring. People that have never started studying can know the pathway. So someone like me, I had limited knowledge. So just like one or two persons that were encouraging me, which was, I had to summon up a lot of will.
Yeah.
We don't want to give up because nobody around you is doing it. Is it even possible? But yeah, so those were the kind of challenges, internal challenges. If I was the imposter syndrome. Am I worth it? Is it possible?
Yeah.
All those kind of things. Like, should I just give up? Let me just stay. Would I even get a job? Stuff like that. So yeah, I had to pay, the processing, you have to wait, you have to be patient. Yeah. But I thank God all the challenges they're pretty forgotten now.
Yeah, and of course, from what you are saying, I think anyway, someone can find that information on Google. But I think another thing someone should prepare their mind, especially if you are coming from Nigeria, with the way our currency, the value is depreciating, will be finances. Because I know that the registration, the fee is not 1 penny. Okay, all of that, the scrutiny fee, that's another thing you need to be prepared. And before, I think that's why I love the fact that you encouraged people to try as much as possible to get all these documents. And I'm happy that whoever is watching this video is getting the information needed so that you won't give up halfway. I know people that started, they didn't finish because along the line, they were asking for more information, more details. They just couldn't go about it. But before you start, if I'm to go like religiously, there's a place in the Bible that says before a wise builder, before you build, you sit down, calculate. So it's a good thing that you are watching this video. You are knowing all the nitty-gritties, all it will take. So you prepare yourself, calm down, settle in, know all the things, strategize. You have a lecturer you can, because definitely you will need to go back to your university. They will communicate with them, and like she said, not their personal email. Because I know, to the best of my knowledge, some lecturers in university, they all have dedicated emails. When I was doing my application for masters, I found out that some universities, some lecturers will be like, "Oh, I've actually forgotten. I've not used my university dedicated email for a long time." Something like that. So they were like, "I know I have it, but I don't even know what it is. I don't know my login details. Maybe I'll have to contact ICT for this." Yeah, so you need to really make sure you have all these on ground. A lecturer that will be happy and willing to, and we know how, for instance, how it sits there. So I think financially, people coming from Africa or in Nigeria, we have a lot. So just take this video, know all these things, and make plans that will help you fast track it so that you don't give up on the way, because you lose a lot of money.
Yes, it does. Just to add, it involves a lot of money, and with the way Naira is devaluing, it's only getting more and more expensive. I know I said 2 to 3 months, but if I look at the big picture from when I thought about the idea, it took me over a year to eventually get registered, because you have to save. Sometimes you have to save. You have to join NASO. If you're not part of NASO, you have to join NASO, you have to join AMSON, which has its own financial implication. Sometimes I have to wait 2 to 3 months, gather money to take one of the another, gather money for IELTS. God help you to pass.
That's another one.
You gather money, you read, and it is a lot. So I'm saying it like this, but I understand that it is a process. But the thing is that it is achievable. It is possible. It is very possible. Other African countries have. There's some. I don't want to mention names now. There's some other African countries that have worse economy than Nigeria.
Yeah.
Yes. So, and a lot of them are here, even from other parts, not just Africa, from other parts of the world. They are all considered as international social workers. We have people from India, from Dubai, everywhere, applying to join Social Work England. So some other places might have worse economies, but they are still getting it done. So it is possible. Don't give up. Keep at it. Keep pushing, and you would achieve it. You would achieve it.
Amen. Yeah, thank you so much for that. I think another question I have, maybe before I get to my last question, is let me, this will benefit maybe Nigerians, if that makes sense. Maybe talking about universities, that in case someone that wants to be a social worker, I just want to attach it to this video. I don't know if it's worth being a video on its own, but maybe I can even get a clip from this, either put it as a short or, make a video out of it, your response, So are there universities that you can, from your experience, that you can encourage someone? Because I believe it's possible for you to go and study social work, even in Nigeria. You studied in Nigeria as a social worker. I did, but I did my master's anyways. That's how I was able to register.
Oh, I did know.
Exactly. So are there any universities that one can study social work, graduate student, maybe even masters, and will be able to still go through this process of registering with Social Work England? Someone can share this video with anybody who wants to be a social worker. Go and study this, because it's not well known in Nigeria anyways, but
which is a challenge, because social work is not so but we're getting there. Our bill has passed, so we're getting there. So there are a number of universities for someone saying, yeah, can I be a social worker? Yes, you can. Even if you already have a degree, you can do a master's in social work, which is a qualification to be a social
Yeah.
worker. So you can go to LASU in Lagos, I know they do bachelor's degree. I know UI, University of Ibadan, you can do your master's, you can do your bachelor's in
Yeah.
UI.
Yeah.
I know Unsuka, you can do your
UNN, yeah.
bachelor's, yes, UNN, you can do get a degree in UNN. I know Unilorin, I think they just started. You
Yeah,
can,
Unilorin does too, yeah.
yes, you can do. So that's 5 universities I know. You can do your research. Look for. I
Yeah.
went to a private university. I went to Babcock University. So I did
Yeah.
social work in Babcock University. So I think there are some other private universities that are just starting social work. So
Yeah. So I think it's a very good opportunity. So
yeah.
if you're watching this video or you are coming across this video and you know anybody, you know the way people advocate for people to study nursing. I believe that you can also advocate. Not everybody will study nursing. Not everybody has science background even. Not anybody can easily gain admission to study nursing. We know some of these
Yeah.
courses. It's difficult with the way Nigerian admission system is wired. It's very difficult. So
Yeah.
if you wish to get a good future, probably speaking for the future now, for somebody, your niece, your nephew, your cousin, whoever, I think you can encourage them to study social work. Even in Nigeria, they don't necessarily have to come here and do masters. Or even if you're watching this video, you know that because people have been asking me to come here and study social work, they had the tutu and all of that. If you can do your masters in social work in any of these universities that she mentioned, I think you can also start there. Although if you come here, if you have the finances anyways and you get the admission, good and fine. The registration will be more straightforward, but you will still spend money. But you can't compare how much you will spend when you come to do your masters here as to how much you will spend when you
do it back. Yes, it's a lot cheaper.
Well, if I'm to just add, the only thing you might also want to consider, which was why I didn't do my masters in Nigeria, is because strike action. That's just the major one that might discourage people, but just think about it holistically. Plan, sit down, plan like a wise builder, okay? And things work out well, right?
Just
so
to add,
do you want anything to add?
yes, social work is a social science course. So if you've studied economics, finance related courses, you can still get a master's in social work. If you study science courses, you can still get a master's in social work. Mathematics, it's quite broad and accommodating. I would say, yes, and not as difficult as nursing and some other courses.
It's not easy, to be honest. It's not. Even here, doing it here, it's not easy. Okay, so that brings me to my last question. Do you have any advice? I know you've said a lot, but if you are asked, someone just comes to you, what will be your final word to anybody wishing to complete their social work England registration from abroad?
Just do it.
I like that.
Just do it, really.
Go for it. Yeah, just go.
Just do it. You don't bother thinking it. It will take money, to take time. It's a process, it's a journey, but it is achievable. We need social workers here. It is achievable, and there are several other benefits to it. So it is achievable. So just do it, really. Go for it.
That's it. Just go for it. You can do this, okay? But sit down, plan, listen to this video as many times as you want, digest it, get everything you need, then you just go for it. And I hope this video has added value to you. So thank you so much, Turayo, for coming to share from your wealth of knowledge. We really appreciate. So guys, I'm sure you enjoyed this. Hope you've not forgotten to give it like, give it thumbs up already. You can also leave comments. We hope that maybe moving on, maybe I will still bring her back. It takes a lot. Social work is not easy. She can testify, especially in children's services. So I hope she will find time again to come and share with us probably the process of job application, because that's the next thing that someone will be wondering. You guys, in case you don't know, she actually applied from Nigeria, got this job, job, got the visa sponsorship, and moved with her family. So we are not telling you to do social work England registration. When you are done, what next? Definitely. We also try to tell you, because it's actually a possibility. Social workers are needed in this country. Okay, so you can seize that opportunity. So next time, maybe that's what we'll be discussing. Let's know if you're interested in this. Maybe that will also be seen when the video will come. And if you have any further questions, leave them in the comment section, and we hope to answer them the best way we can and as soon as possible. So thank you so much, everyone, for watching, and thank you, Trayo, for this honor. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
So guys, until I come your way next time, stay blessed, remain intentional, and take good care of yourselves. Bye.
Bye.